Okay guys, so we got some Freol, just some penetrating oil. So we're just gonna give it a good spray around. So we'll let that set for a minute, let it penetrate through, and then we'll give it some more love taps. So I'll bring you guys right back. Welcome back, guys, to Steven's DIY Auto Repair. Today, we're back here with this 09 Mitsubishi Lancer. And today, we're going to be installing front brake pads and brake rotors. So it's going to be fairly similar to the rear, but maybe a little bit easier, I guess, depending on how you look at it. So we're going to jump in here and get started. Alright guys, so we got the wheel off. So the same thing. You're gonna have 2 guide pins that you're gonna have to take off to get the caliper body off. And that's gonna be a 14 millimeter. So we're gonna go ahead and crack those loose and keep on moving. So I'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, so now we got the caliper off, the caliper body. Got it safely hung so that it's not putting pressure on the brake line hose. So then we're just gonna come over here, pop out these pads. Pads are still pretty good, but we're not reusing them. Customer wants new ones on. Take out these retaining clips. Same thing, we're not reusing them. The new brakes come with them. So same thing. You guys are gonna have 2 bolts on the back here. I don't know if you guys can see them. You got one here. You got another one down here. And those are gonna be 17 millimeter. So you're gonna break both those off and take your caliper bracket off, and then take off your rotor. So I'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, so we got the caliper bracket off. So now we're gonna go ahead and give some love taps to our rotor here. We're just gonna hit it on the back side. Gonna take some good wax because you can see it's a little rusted up. You also might have to spray a little bit of penetrating oil in here, maybe help you out a little bit. So let's get to whacking. So you see it's taking some time. So what we might do is might go ahead and spray some penetrating oil on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray some penetrating oil. Okay guys, so we got some Freol, just some penetrating oil. So we're just gonna give it a good spray around. So we'll let that set for a minute, let it penetrate through, and then we'll give it some more love taps. So I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, so here we go again guys. There it is. So you see it takes a little persuasion. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of clean this up a little bit. Some brake clean, use some brake clean on the caliper, and then we'll start getting the new one put back on. So I'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, so we have our new brake rotor here, and we're going to go ahead and spray it down on both sides, front and back, with some brake clean to get off all that oil, because the last thing you want is any kind of oil on your friction surface trying to brake, because it's not going to brake, it's just going to be slipping. And a lot of new rotors come with oil or lubricant caped on it, and that's just so that it prevents it rusting from setting on the shelf. So let's go ahead and clean those up and get this bad boy put on. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and put our caliper bracket back on, and we're going to use a little bit of Loctite, blue Loctite on the bolt, so that because we're going to have a lot of vibrations down here and we don't want it to work its way out. So we'll just put a little bit there. See if I can. So now we're going to do the bottom one, and then we'll bring you guys right back. Alright guys, so we got our brake caliper bracket back on, torque to spec, and now we're going to go ahead and set this piston back in using our tool here and the old brake pad. So, I don't know, can you guys see that? So we're just going to keep twisting it here until it bottoms out. There we go. So we already cleaned all these with brake clean and kind of scrubbed them down. They didn't really need to be scrubbed with the brush, but we did a little bit just to have a nice clean surface. So now we're going to go ahead and put the brackets so we're going to go ahead and pop these in. You kind of can see how they go. They're going to go like this on bottom, but on top they're gonna go like this. So it's kind of self-explanatory, they just pop right into place. So now we're gonna grab a brake and we'll do the outside one first. So it's gonna go on like this, right? So here's a little chirper that comes with it. So you just want to see if I can pop it on here. Okay, there you go. So that's all it does. It just pops on, so when the brake pad starts getting low, you'll feel it, or you'll hear it, I should say. So now we're gonna take. Alright guys, so we're going to take our brake grease and just put a little bit where the pad is going to slide on the little metal shims here, where you're going to have some metal to metal contact, just so it cuts down on vibration and noise. So you want to come over here, do the same thing right there on the little ears. You just want to obviously make sure you get none on the friction surface there, because then you're gonna have a bad day. So we're just gonna pop this in like that. Just like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do the back side and get the caliper put on. Then we'll bring you guys right back. All right guys, so we already have one guide pin in, and you wanna make sure to lubricate these up. So you're gonna just give it a nice little coat with some brake grease, and then just pop it in. Just like that. So once we get this together, we'll bring you guys right back. All right guys, so there you have it. We got the caliper back on. It's able to float, move like it should. So we don't have no binding, we're good. And just remember, I said in one of my other videos, on these guide pins like this, you want to make sure this rubber boot doesn't start twisting and binding up. Sometimes you're going to have to hold it and tighten the fastener, because this could easily rip and then you're going to have a bad day. So just a little FYI. So there you go. There you have it, guys. That is how you change front rotors and brakes on your 09 Mitsubishi Lancer and pretty much any other vehicle out there. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys did, make sure to hit that like button. If you guys would like to be notified when I put out another video, hit that bell notification. And always guys, remember to subscribe to my channel for more informational videos and DIY projects. And as always guys, you know what's next. Have a good one.